I did my foot care nursing training and I got my certificates, and I was well on my way to becoming a foot care nurse. Well, not really. I waited 1 year. Would you believe that I waited 1 year before I did anything at all? Well, actually, there was one thing that I did. I did reach out to a few nurses and ask them if they could take me on, and if they could be my peer mentor. And a couple didn't respond, but one did respond, and she mentioned that she was really busy and she just couldn't do this. And I think for me, when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I could do this. Is this the thing for me to do? I just had a lot of fear. I think that's the reason I waited. I had a lot of fear, but I overcame that fear. And after the year, and when I started, I remember that day when I started, I got up one day and I said, I'm going to do my business cards today. I'm going to get the business registered. I'm going to choose a business name. That's when things started to click. And I'm going to share the lessons that I learned while waiting that year. Now looking back, I want to share with you what I think I should have done, could have done. I know this is a shoulda, woulda, coulda. So one of the first things is the name. My business name, I just chose my name on that one day. And I chose Mellow Peach Advanced Foot Care. And it's such a mouthful. And in the end, I had to just change my name. A few months later, I changed my business name to Mellow Peach Wellness. And I think one of the frustrations for me was I wanted a twist on soul or feet, and those names were taken already. So I just came up with a name that didn't sound foot related, but it was just a business name, and I have been comfortable with that name ever since. And this is a good segue into the next thing that I learned. My business card. On my business card, I put my name, Jazz Beckford LPN. I should have just put the name of my business, because who's Jazz Beckford? No one knows who I am. But if you put a business name, people will remember your business name and then list the services. So that's something that I learned. I should have just put my business name and put the services that I offer. Foot care nursing, reducing calluses and corns, nail filing, nail trimming. I should have just done a little bit of that on my business card. So that's definitely a lesson that I learned. One of the things that I learned too over the year was just marketing. I should have just researched best marketing tools. Maybe I should have done a marketing survey. After I started my business, I actually met someone who is a marketer who could have helped me with marketing. So that was something that I could have done in that year while waiting. Put my name out there, and at an affordable cost, because marketing can be a little bit pricey. I remember in my early days, I was like, I want a billboard. So I called this company. I was like, oh, I want a billboard. And they said, oh, they were so excited. And they were like, oh, how long do you want it for? And I was like, oh, I want it for 6 months. And it's a new business. And I was so excited. And then when I heard the cost, the excitement went through the door. So over that year, I could have just worked on just little things to build my business and grow my business. The other thing that I learned over the year is that I spent that year just waiting, being fearful, and I missed out on clients, and clients missed out on me. I missed out on providing the service that I was trained to do. I missed out on gaining the experience that I needed to just advance my career. And I missed out on clients that would have benefited from my care. So that's another huge lesson I learned. And one of the things that I learned, and I think this is more on a personal level, is that sometimes even though things are new, you have to make sure you have that confidence. I had the confidence to do the course, but then to do the actual business, I just wasn't too sure. And what I should have done was I should have gone out and sought more supports. So after my business started, I found out that there were organizations that could help with funding, that there was a Foot Care Nurses Association, all those supports and resources out there available. But I didn't do my research. So if you are a new business owner, or if you are a foot care nurse and you're thinking of starting, I hope this video provided a little bit of insight onto what my journey was like, and hopefully you will learn from the mistakes that I made. So let me hear in the comments below some of the mistakes you made, or some of the reasons why you delayed starting your own business, whether it's foot care or any other business. Let's get this conversation started.